welcome to vlog number 3. It's been a little while since I've done a video, but there's not been a massive amount going on because we're still kind of just trying to find jobs and settle down. So until we know what's going on, we're trying not to do too much and spend too much money. So that was girls' night for St. Paddy's. We went out, had some drinks, went to a few local bars and clubs, and then had some Mackies. And it was so good that we decided to get another one for the way home. Here's another binge again. And then I believe this was the first time we were able to actually get in the sea since the cyclone. So this was them resurfacing the beach using diggers and everything to like level out the sand because it's still pretty bad in areas. That's me and Sophie waving in the distance. Then I think this is ours on the tram on the way to a house viewing. The public transport around like Surfers Paradise and Broad Beach area, or like kind of all of the Gold Coast, is really, really good. So there's trams and buses frequently, and you literally tap on, tap off, and it's literally like 50p for the whole journey. And then this is one of the houses we looked at, which was amazing. It was like right on the beachfront, but some of the rooms were a bit iffy, so I'm not sure we're going to go with that one. We then headed to the library to print our CVs to hand them out around Surfers Paradise and Broad Beach and hopefully get a job soon. Then we headed to the surf club and had this bottle of wine, which was literally like £6 or something, and it tasted so good. Did a bit of work in the bar and then came back and did a gym session. Then we went to a house viewing, which was really awkward because there was literally somebody in there that was on holiday and she wasn't made aware of it. So we had to wait outside and oh my God, it was just awful. The poor lady left with her dog and was like rightfully really annoyed at us, but not our fault. So we just got on with it and decided that we didn't want to risk living with a landlord that was just going to walk in on us at any point. And then me and Sophie went for a run. And if you know me well, you know I'm not a runner, but this week I've managed to do 5Ks. Well, the last one was 5.5 and smashed it. For some reason, it's so much easier to breathe out here. I don't know if it's like the air quality or what, but I'm not finding it too hard. So yeah, I'm very proud of myself for that. Then we got the bus to Burley Heads, which is kind of a nicer area, or so we believe. And we went to a bar which I've forgotten the name of right now. This is like a big tree that's fallen down from the cyclone, Sophie being silly. But obviously you can still see quite a lot of damage from the cyclone, from all like the wind, and yeah, it's still recovering, but it's not affected us too badly, so things could be a lot worse. So yeah, this is the bar, which again I still can't remember the name of, but it's like where all the fancy people go apparently, like all the influencers and things. So that was fun. We had this lovely lychee drink between us, and the birds are so brave here. They literally just come up to you and like they're not phased. We then went to the national park and literally saw so many lizards. It was crazy. So like we were walking through it. It was a very humid day, and me and Sophie wore long trousers, which was very silly of us because they got extremely muddy. But yeah, as you're walking through, you literally just like look around you and there's lizards everywhere. It was crazy, but it was really nice. Massive trees, really, really cool experience. So I definitely recommend going there if you're in the area. I did then start to freak out because I thought if there's lizards everywhere, there's probably snakes as well. And like my biggest fear is snakes. But thankfully, we escaped without seeing one. But I reckon it's only a matter of time. Poor Sophie got bitten really badly on her eyelid as well. But they went down the next day, so it could be worse. And then we went back to, I think it's the pavilion or something like that. And had these delicious pizzas on the happy hour like deal time. Then we went back, that was that evening over, and the next day Louis decided to make his little Lego Star Wars thing I got him for his birthday. So here's him making it. I think it's Luke Skywalker, I might be wrong, I don't know, but he enjoyed it, so that's all that matters, eh? And here is the finished result. It even shoots a little thing at you. I think he's very proud of his creation. Then we went to the pool, and then me, Zach, and Louie went for a drink. Then we were celebrating Sophie's birthday on the weekend before, because obviously it's a bit busier on weekends. Yeah, that was the name of it, Burley Pavilion. And we went back to Burley Heads and went back to the Burley Pavilion, which was lovely. We got to watch the sunset, had loads of drinks, even got 2 free cocktails somehow. They just got delivered to our table. As you can see, it was really busy, but it was a lot of fun. Then we headed back to the flat and had these slushies with rum for kind of like prees before we went to Surfers Paradise for a night out. Here's us all on the tram. I think there was a Aussie football game or something because everybody had like team tops on. Back to the Irish bar for some singing and dancing, and these weird guys with strange hats were singing, but it was quite fun. I think it's safe to say at this point we were fairly intoxicated as we've been drinking all day long. And this is us doing the roofie dance. Roofie, if you're listening, we've taken your dance all the way to Australia. And this is Sophie giving you a tutorial if you're wondering how to do it. And this is a little birdie that just landed on our balcony. I think they're called parakeets, but I could be wrong again. It was so brave. Just walked up to Louis and I pecked him on the hand and wasn't scared at all. Then we all went to the pool for the evening and chilled out there. And the hot tub was actually warm for once since the cyclone. It had been freezing cold and we thought it just never got hot, but we discovered it did, and oh my god, it was so nice. Then the next day we went to Medicare to try and sign up for it, which is basically like kind of like the NHS system, I suppose, in the UK, but not. Anyway, they were so rude to us, like honestly made me nearly cry. They were just really, really nasty and abrupt. So I don't recommend going there if you are going to try and sign up for Medicare. I would just print the form online and send it off yourself because they're rude. Anyway, this is Sophie's birthday and we bought her a smash cake, so this is her trying to smash it, but it was proving rather difficult. But we got there in the end, and there was like sweeties and Smarties and all fun things inside, which is nice. So on this day we just had another pool day, much like Louie's birthday, just chilled by the pool, had a barbecue, which was super yummy. These are some halloumi and vegetable and chicken skewers, and we had barbecue, hot dogs, and burgers, and there's this lemonade called Solo, which is really good in Australia. If you haven't had it, try it. And then we went for our first interview. So me and Sophie both got an interview in a clothes shop called Factory, which I think it went fairly well, but we're still waiting to see. Then Sophie made chickpea burgers for everyone, but accidentally dropped one, but they were so delicious. Then we had some cake before deciding to go out because the boys were playing FIFA and we were bored. So we decided to go out in the rain and just make the most of being in Australia. So we got the bus to Main Beach, and even though it was raining, we thought we'll just have a little explore. Went down the harbour, found this like floating chapel, I guess, which was pretty cool. And then we found a boat bar and restaurant, which was pretty cool as well. And we went for one drink, but since it's me and Sophie, it never is just one drink. But this was a really lovely evening, and we just watched all the boats coming in, and this little bird just sat on the anchor and was so cute and fluffy. But yeah, that's about it for updates of our third week in Australia. But make sure to come back for any job and house updates. Thanks for watching.